All right, welcome everybody. This is not a 10-minute or less video, all right? But it's something that you need to know, you need to be familiar with, especially now that we're using IPv6. You need to understand when they're putting in an IPv6 address that there's actually 4 bits in it. So let's talk about this real quick, because people have told me, not too many, but some, that they've had questions in their, I think more in their CCNA than their Network Plus, that they have to convert a freaking hex number or decimal or binary or something to that effect. I think that's far and few in between. But hey, you could be that person. So when we're talking about hex numbers, okay, we're talking about numbers that each digit, each value, okay, is worth 4 bits. So let's take, for example, we use the 0. That 0 you see up here. How do we represent that 0 in hex? We put 0x0, okay? That right there, I'm gonna put a smack in the middle. That means that this is an identifier, and let's put this in lowercase, so you can, it makes a little bit more sense. 0x and then 0. This is just an identifier to let you know that this is a 0, okay? But that 0 means 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? That's what that means. And then you have the values for that hex number is 8241, which is going to be 0 regardless. 0 is 0 is 0. There's no what have you, all right? But know that in hex number, this is what it means, all 40. Why is that important? Because when you're dealing with IPv6, and I'm just going to put something here real quick, 2001, what I normally put when I'm doing my classes, 3200, cafe, 1000, okay? Well, let's do this, 0000:/64. All right, so this is an actual IPv6 address with a default 64-bit prefix length, okay? But you can see that you can actually be in, because this portion of the IPv6 address, it's in it's a hexadecimal number. It's 0. Now these 4 zeros though, because we know that an IPv6 address is what? 128 bits. How do you get that? Because each one of these hex values is 4 bits long. So here, to understand what this means when you're subnetting in IPv6, right? That these 4 zeros here really, I'm going to put it all here to the side, really mean, let me see if I can like tab it over and get close to it. Those 4 zeros that you see right here, these 4 zeros really mean this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how this section is 16 bits long, which gives you 65,536 subnets. So we really need to understand how to do this conversion. And these bit values for that hex table, for the hex numbers, are identical. So if I were to come underneath here, tab, I'll go A421 space 8421 space 8421 space 8421, right? It's still all zeros. Nothing's going to change. They're all zeros. That's cool. We do have rules, but that's another video. All right, in IPv6, what we do with the leading zeros, or zeros are consecutive, we can truncate it and all that good stuff. But I want you to see, because we can't do this in IPv4, they're decimal. These are hex numbers. So more than ever, we need to understand how to convert it. All right, so let me get rid of this, and I'm going to show you. All right, so I'm going to first get a normal, and here, I'm sorry, before we continue, here are your bit values for decimals. Okay. People that I like to put in there, hey, I want you to convert 2,382. That's just people who want you to just do math. Okay. I'm not here to play around with math. We'll do no greater than 255. And that's it. It's very simple, very easy to do. And when you go take a certification, like in some videos out there, they tell you, well, if you use a calculator, no, you can't use a calculator when you go take your actual certification exam through Pearson Review. Yeah, you're not going to go to a testing center. Hey, I got my calculator here with me. No, you can't do that. All right. All right. So let's get a number. Let's pick a number. All right. I'm 58. I'm 58 years old. Wow. Okay. So let's tab it over. So that's the decimal 58, right? There's no 0x in front of it. So how do we convert that? Well, let's come up here. Let's play with this one up here. So I'm going to put the zeros where, zeros less don't count, just like your paycheck. So this is 58. So we could subtract, obviously. I'm just going to go here. Can we take out 120? No, of course not. All right. How about 64? Of course not. All right. So how about 32? Yeah. 32 plus 16 is what? 48. Okay. 48 plus 8. That's 48, right? 16 and 32 is 48. 48 plus 8 is what? Is 56. How many more do we need? Well, we need 2. And there's a 0 here. So what we did, we took 32 plus 16 and more for 58. And we're going to do the math, okay? So that means there's a 0 here. Let's delete that. Say 58.